Alright, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 19. And this is the story of Lot and his trials in Sodom. Now the two angels came to Sodom in the evening, and Lot was sitting in the gate of Sodom. When Lot saw them, he rose to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. And he said, "Hear now, my lords, please turn into your servant's house, and spend the night and wash your feet, that ye may rise up early and go on your way." Because Lot, basically the shit that's happening in New Orleans, Lot was seeing that shit too. This is shit Lot was seeing. Sodomites kidnapping, torturing, and sodomizing little boys, and murdering them, and having sex with animals, and women with women, and all type of perverse shit. So Lot said, "Please turn into your servant's house and spend the night." Lot was trying to keep them off the streets because he already knew all the wickedness that was happening. And they said, "No, but we will spend the night in the open square." But he insisted strongly. This is talking about Lot. So they turned into him, because Lot already knew the wicked shit that they were going to try to do to the angels. Lot already knew of the wickedness of Sodom because he had been living there. So they turned into him and entered into his house. Then he made them a feast and baked them unleavened bread, and they ate. Now before they lay down, so they came late at night. Basically they came as a thief in the night, because before they could even lay down and get some sleep, so they could leave in the morning, the men of the city, which were all sodomites and faggots and freaks, the men of Sodom, both old and young, because that's what sodomites do. They molest young boys. All the people from every quarter surrounded the house, in the spiritual, because this shit is happening in the French quarters in New Orleans. America is modern day Sodom, man. America is gonna be destroyed. We tired of this shit. The men of Sodom, both old and young, all the people from every quarter surrounded the house. So all of the men from the town of Sodom were sodomites, faggots. They all surrounded Lot's house. From every quarter they surrounded his house, and they called to Lot and said to him, "Where are the men who came to you tonight?" So they peeped the two angels, and they saw where they were staying the night at, which was Lot's house. And so that's where they went, to Lot's house. They said unto Lot, "Bring them out unto us, that we may know them carnally." In the spiritual, that it says carnally, because brothers don't really read the New King James Version, which is what's up here now. What I meant to do was get the King James Version, but that just proves that when it says to know them carnally, it's speaking about sexually. When you read the scriptures, it tells you that Abraham knew Sarah and she became his wife. When the scripture is speaking about getting to know someone, is a sexual connotation. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just get it in the blue letter for edification. Because when you get to know, when the Bible speaks of getting to know someone, it's talking about having sexual relations to them. We may know them. You look up that word in the Hebrew, yeah, it's the damn devil. Alright, so well, yeah, basically, when it says get to know them, it wasn't talking about they wanted to learn their name, their favorite color, what's their favorite football team, what's their favorite drink, where did they grow up. It's speaking about they wanted to have sex with those men. They wanted to to pop them, the angels. You know, so Lot went out to through the doorway and shut the door behind him and said, "Please, my brethren, do not so wickedly." So if they were just trying to get to know them, as in say their favorite color, where did they grow up, their names, why did Lot ask them to not do so wickedly? Because it's talking about they was trying to have sex with those men, and that's total wickedness. See, now I have 2 daughters who have not known a man. Please let me bring them out unto you. And furthermore, why would Lot offer them 2 daughters who have not known a man? Well, what it means there is that he offered them 2 virgin women. When it says they have not known a man, mean they're still virgins. Let me bring them out unto you. So Lot was going to have 2 beautiful virgins. All men want virgin women. What man doesn't want to pop a virgin woman? A faggot. I have 2 daughters who have not known a man. Please let me bring them out to you, and you may do to them as you wish. Only do nothing to these men, since this is the reason they came under the shadow of my roof. And they said, stand back. Then they said, this one came in to stay here, and he keeps acting as a judge. Because Lot knew that shit wasn't right. Because just as we read in 2 Peter's, that vexed his spirit. Now we will deal verse with you and them. So they pressed hard against the man, even Lot. So basically they try to grab Lot, get him out the way so they could break down the door. They try to break the door down to get to the angels, to know them, to have sex with them. Them damn demons, man. And those same spirits are back today here in America. This America is modern day Sodom and Egypt. Gonna be more instances of these fucking faggots trying to grab men up and rape them. Abomination. Both the men reached out their hands and pulled Lot into the house with them and shut the door. And they struck the men who were at the doorway of the house with blindness. Alright, these damn sodomites that were so burnt in their lust that the angel had to blind them so that they couldn't find the house. Then the men said to Lot, have you anywhere else here, son-in-law, your sons, your daughters, and whomever you have in the city? Take them out of this place, for we will destroy this place, because the cry against them has grown great before the face of the Lord. And the Lord has sent us to destroy it. And the same thing gonna happen to America, because the elect is gonna sigh and cry. So Lot went out and spoke to his sons-in-law who had married his daughters and said, get up out of this place, for the Lord will destroy this city. But to his sons he seemed to be joking. When the morning dawned, the angels urged Lot to hurry, saying, arise, take your wife and your 2 daughters who are here, lest you be consumed in the punishment of the city. And while he lingered, the men took hold of his hand, his wife's hand, and the hands of his 2 daughters, the Lord being merciful to him. And they brought him out and set him outside the city. So the angels had to teleport Lot outside the city, because he was lingering. So it came to pass when they brought them outside that he said, escape for your life. Do not look behind you, nor stay anywhere in the plain. Escape to the mountains, lest you be destroyed. Then Lot said, please no, my lords. I'm just skip down to let's get to the point. This is verse 24. Then the Lord rained fire and Then the Lord rained brimstone and fire on Sodom and Gomorrah from the Lord out of the heavens. Alright? The Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. It's like He's gonna destroy modern Sodom and Gomorrah, which is America. He overthrew those cities, all the inhabitants of the cities, and what grew on the ground. But his wife looked back behind him, and she became a pillar of salt.